Alright, let's see if this will work. Hey, Dr. Rock, I'm Andrew. Alright, so I have a problem with the quiz, and what happened was that, alright, so test cross performed on the corn plant that's heterozygous for the traits S, G, and D. Alright, so I already understand the first steps of arranging and finding out who the parentals are. What the single crossover is, second single crossover, and what the double crossover is. So I already had that rearranged from highest number to lowest number. I found out these two were the parental, these were the single crossover, this was the single crossover, and these two were the double crossover, and these, all of this that's included, are the recombinants. Fine, alright, because I want to score full points on the exam, right, to make sure I write recombinants, fine. All right, so the question I have is, how would I score full points on the exam if I were to find a gene in the middle? So what you would do, I would do at least, correct me if I'm wrong, to write the response, what I need to do in order to not lose points on the exam. So what I would do is compare parental versus the double crossover, right? Double crossover. So what I do is I would write, this is find out G in the middle, right? G, S, D. Don't mind this for now. I'll explain how did I come to this. I just didn't want to waste too much time. Oops, it's GSD. It's S, there you go. S, G, D. S, G, D. I'm basically transferring this information to here, right? Versus the double crossover, which is down there. So I am trying to find out which gene is in the middle, right? Right. Alright, so I'm looking at this and I'm trying to compare, right? Hence, verse, not main, right? And so I realized that alright, let me switch something up there. It's bothering me. I can do this, I think. Correct me if I cannot do this. Let me know. Alright, so I realized that it appears that S might be in the middle. So alright, is S in the middle? Because that's what I'm thinking right now. S might be in the middle. All right, so I'm going to rearrange that. This is the before, right? And then write the after. All right, so if I were to write S in the middle, it would look like this. S, G, D, S, G, D. All right, all right. I already got screwy here. Certainly use. I'll take S, right? Draw the arrow. Switch it, right? So G, S, D, G, S, D, right? So now you have G plus, S, and D, then G, S plus, right? Like this. That's how it would end up. Alright, so now I'm going to perform, how do we get from here to here? It doesn't make any sense that this is a double crossover. So, G, oops. Now I'm going to switch everything. I'm going to rewrite the entire chart, switching the S into the middle, and I already have that done over here. So now I would prefer, when I'm comparing regions, everything based off on this chart over here. So parental, right, is G, S, D, G plus S plus D versus, all right, the double cross, G plus S, D, G, S plus D. Fine, all right? Now I need to realize, well, how do I get from here to here, right? So, well, I know that G plus is on top, right? G plus. Alright, now I need the S, which is up there. S. Now I need a D, which is down here. D. Alright, so now that I have everything should also follow as well. G here, S plus here, and then a D is over here, transfer it across. Very simple. This would be G plus, this would be S, this would be D. And then G here, S plus here, and D. And then I write, yes, S is in the middle. S is in the middle. So that's how I would go about solving which gene is in the middle. So now I know S is in the middle. All right, so now I want to ask you a question about how do I find out which one is region 1 or which one is region 2, which genes are region 1 and which genes are in region 2. So then what I would do is I would compare the parental, right? Parental versus single crossover. All right, so I'm trying to find which genes are in region 1, right? Because I just labeled this as region 1. So again, what we're gonna do, right? Since we're basing off this new chart, I'll try to clean that up a bit, right? So GSD, GSD, plus, plus, plus. Now versus comparing it towards GSD, GSD, transfer that information. I always get screwed when I'm transferring it. It happens. All right. So now I need to find out how you get from here to here, right? So what I would do is find out where the crossover took place. All right. So G on top. Now I need S